Mm. Okay, so continue. I'm listening. Okay, let's go.
Okay, but I can't see it again.
So, okay, sorry. All right.
Please, can you scroll down? Can you scroll?
Okay, all right.
Um, hey, okay, I'm sorry.
Eh?
I'm sorry, I had a call coming.
Okay.
I can't find any other.
Error.
Okay, wait. The section. Oh no, I can't find any other one.
Okay. All right. All right. All right.
Hey,
Um.
God. Oh.
All right. Orezi, can you like spot out any error in this structure in this code?
I'm not really sure. You will be the one to be the judge, and Abimbola.
No, you wrote the code now. There's probability you made mistake in your code. When you are writing, nobody like okay. Let me tell you something about when you are writing code. Most of the time you don't tend to be like other fine people review your code, but still there are probabilities that maybe you omitted something because it is obviously you are writing from a thought process. You omitted something. There's probability that when you are going through it later, you might have noticed something. But it's fine. It's not compulsory. If you can't notice anything, no problem. But like, can you? If you look through, as you're looking through it, do you notice something that you might have done well, or probably?
Mm, no, no,
Eh?
I can't. I didn't notice anything. No.
Okay. All right. Fine. So looking at it, like at the two assignment and code structure, I think already you tried a lot. Same thing with Abimbola, but there were some ways Abimbola used a tag that um that are not supposed to be so, which because if passed to the browser, it will be interpreted wrongly. So let me try and download this and see and try to run them. Okay, I can only download Oasis code because that's a document. Okay, all right. So, let me try and open it in. Okay, so this is Oasis code base. Nice. So, okay, since you can see Oasis code base this way, let's open that of Ambimbola here. Okay, I wish Ruki was also in this class because she also turned in the assignment. So first of all, starting when you are starting a document, let's review that on both sides. So doc type. Okay, fine. I think that's correct on both ends. Can you guys see my code editor well? Is it big enough
Yes, I can see it.
or should I
Yeah.
increase it? I think let me just increase it. Okay, fine. So doc type, doc type. Look at this. Look at the both code base. Doc type. Then now, Abimboba did HTML code vixen. Apart from the three stuff that like apart from wrapping it the third time, apart from opening one and not closing it, she opened one, then she now opened another set of HTML tag.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So, okay. What Orezi did is right. So Orezi did the right thing, but there is an error here, Abimbola. This is an error to the though when you run the code, you might probably be getting what you want on the end, and the browser is displaying it well. But underneath, what the browser has compiled and built, it is not going to work well. It is not going to work well. It is not going to be showing the proper build. Like when the browser wants to form the DOM tree, it will be there will be an error or the DOM tree will become faulty. And this will come to play at the point where if by chance you want to manipulate something with CSS or with JavaScript in the DOM. So that's so look at the way Abimbola did that. So she did an HTML tag at this top here, then HTML tag, the closing tag is here. So after your doc type, you will usually have your HTML tag, as I have said before in previous class, which will it holds or encapsulate all your other tags. It becomes the parent tag for all the other tags. You can't have two HTML opening tags in a file the way Abimbola did it. So what you were supposed to do is HTML here, then this closing HTML. This HTML, this part is not needed. This HTML part is not needed. This part is not needed. It's not needed. That part is not needed. It's not needed. Forms error when the browser is when the browser is when the browser is building the DOM. So I'm sure you have taken note of that. So that being said, so let's move on. So another issue I noticed, look at the way Orezi did this. So now she did the head tag. Okay, fine, this is proper. After the HTML, we have the head tag where the meta information about the website is being put. Okay, Abimbola also gave us an head tag where the meta information of the site is being built. Great. But inside the head tag, she embedded a paragraph tag. Is that approach right? Who is going to answer? Like, is that a proper approach? Anybody who is going to answer? Is that approach proper? Using the paragraph tag inside the head tag. Is it proper approach? Like, is that semantic correct? What that thing that you did there, is it correct?
No, it's not correct.
Who is speaking? Abimbola.
Yes.
Okay, so why did you say it's not correct?
The heading is not supposed to have a paragraph. You
The
mentioned,
the what?
hey God, heading is not supposed to have a paragraph. You
Okay.
said when I asked about the paragraph tag the other day, I wasn't sure. You said we use CSS to show that paragraph space. So using the head, in my opinion, using the heading tag alone is already highlighting it. Then we use CSS to show the paragraph.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I feel.
Okay. So I think the issue is so the paragraph tag is not a tag for the head tag. So the paragraph tag is used in conveying content. So as I told you earlier, like in a normal magazine, there's usually an heading, and I don't mean the header of the page. Like so, most of the content in the head, this head part of the page, holds the meta information of a particular site, and that is why if you check Orezi's code, this is very correct. So what she embedded under the head tag is the title tag. These are the set of code that will be under the head tag, the title tag, And where is this title tag being rendered on our web page? Look at it at this point, at your tab, at this point of your tab. Beautiful destinations, beautiful destinations. And that is it at this point. Beautiful destination. So a paragraph tag can't be used inside an head tag. So though if you run it in a browser, this might work, but semantically wrong. It is semantically wrong. This will form a poor DOM object for the browser. The browser is going to form a poor DOM object of this code structure because of the wrong tag that is being passed to it. I'm sure when you run this code, you won't see this assignment will not appear at this point where Abimbola's one is appearing. It will appear like a normal test at this point, like other tests at this point, which is not supposed to be so. Any text appearing under this point are supposed to be wrapped under the body tag. So any information that is embedded in the head, this head tag, it is always description about the site. It is not, most of the time is not information the user is going to interact with. So like this beautiful destination, you see, it's not an information a user will interact with per se. So it's just to show the heading or the title of the site. That is what that thing is for. So you can't use a paragraph tag inside the head tag. Do you understand what I'm saying now? But like, do you get a better understanding of that now? Hello.
Yes, I understand.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So that is what
Thank
the
you very much.
yes. So that is what the P tag is for. The P tag is to convey document between a section of block inside the body, not in the head, not in the head part of the page. Most of the tags or things that are embedded in the head part of the page, they are used to describe the site. They are called meta information. That's why if I told you to read up on a tag called meta tag, so there's a tag called meta tag. So most of the time, this tag is being used to describe a website, like what the website is doing. So that is those are the kind of tags that are always embedded under this particular head tag. Now we move on to the body part of the page. Now we have this body, and we can only have one heading section for any document, which is very right. So this semantic is kind of right. Okay, yes, this is right. Now we move on to the body section that holds all the body content. Those are the contents that you see appearing at this point. All the content appearing at this way, some all the details about the beautiful destinations. So those contents are embedded or under the body tag. That is where this content are being kept. So which makes this look correct. So which makes this correct. So Abimbola made use of the body. She used the body tag and she embedded major informations under it. So um sorry, erasing. So let's go back to Abimbola's code. Wow, so Abimbola from the head, you jumped to H3. Hmm. So this, as I said earlier, what this when you try to run all this code, because you are running HTML, this code will render properly. It won't throw you any error. But the document object model, that's the DOM, is being formed in a poor manner, which is going to affect users that are coming to your site because when you want to manipulate information, it will convey information in a wrong manner. So this your site now. Imagine if I have somebody that is blind that is using an assistive aid or a voiceover to read through website. This might become confusing because the voiceover will not be able to pinpoint where the body or the major content of the page is starting from. So that is what the body tag is for. So the voiceover will just be reading through, reading through, reading through. It's not able to spot the body where the major content of that page is being embedded. So that is what the body is. Now look at where you are putting the body. You already use you are using head tag two times. So this head tag, So I think what you are confusing is you are confusing what we call the heading tag and the head tag for each other. Am I right?
Maybe I was.
Yeah. So all right. So okay, let me hear your resume.
Thank you. Is there a way you can run Abimbola's code like the way my own is showing on your screen? Is there a way you can run her own like that so that as you are explaining the errors, she can be seeing it in the screen?
So that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to see if I can, but this the code is not. It's an image, so I can't get this. I can't get the code in the file. Like I can't get
Oh,
the code
okay.
of this image. So that's the issue. That's why I said she should try if she can try and upload the file, like the HTML file, the way you uploaded your own. So, but I guess because she ran it on your phone, but I'm sure she might be able to run it on her end, right? I mean, Bola, can you still you can run the code on your end, right? Yes.
Yes, yes, I
All
can.
right, all right. So now, as I said earlier, so the body is supposed to hold the major content, and I guess you are confusing what I call the heading tags for the head tag. The heading tags are tags that are used to describe like the introduction to a section, introduction to a topic. That is why they are called the heading tag. The head tag, so the HTML is structured in like the human body system. So we have the head, we have the body, and we have the head and the body majorly, just the head and the body. So the head is most of the time what you see that describe a person, like the person's face and things like that. So that is what you see on the face. But the body section, that's where you see the hand, other information, you see the stomach, you see the leg. That's what is located in the body, like the body part of a human. So same thing with HTML. So now when you do head in this place again, it means a person's head. Now the person have a body. Now the person doesn't even have a body. The person just have maybe another kind of part that we don't know yet. Then the person has another kind of part that we don't know. Then the person has an head again. So you know that might be difficult for people. When people see that kind of person, they might be like, ah, no, no, this one is not a normal human being. So, but if okay, let me try and write the code that will be fixing this for as we are, so we can all be so shit. So all right. Um, just a minute. So Abimbola's code. Let's try and be running the fix for it. So first, you have the doc type HTML. So now we have HTML that will wrap all our content. Don't forget, you have to have an HTML that will wrap all the content. Now you close your HTML tag. Boom, boom, boom. Now, what is the next thing? We have the head that describe information about this site. And now we have the closing section of it. And what will the heading be? You want it to be, then inside the head you will now have, I'm sure what you want, what you are passing the assignment for will be the title of this document, the title of this HTML. So you do title instead of doing a p tag. A p tag is not meant to be used in the head. That's semantically wrong. So you do title, then you do assignment. Can you see my screen, Abimbola? Because I'm making a correction of your assignment.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
I can
so
see.
the head, then we have the title that has assignment. That is how it's supposed to be structured. Then maybe if you want to have other tasks, other description about this site, then that's when you have the meta tag that describes more about your describe more about this particular website or the particular web application. So now, following that, now that you're not supposed to have what we call the body tag. That is where your other documents that are in the page supposed to be embedded. They are not supposed to be scattered. Not at all. They are not supposed to be scattered. So now you have the body. So this body, that's the body of the page where you keep all this other stuff. And so now next use assignment. Now which brings us to the introduction of that page. Now that you have described this the documents, now you want to do an introduction of what you are doing, which is assignments. Now what you should have done is you put that in what you call, don't forget I also talked about the header tag. So let's go back to Orezi, and I think this addresses both Orezi and your own part of the assignment. So now beautiful destination. Now yes, Orezi moves to the body, put all those documents in the body. Now she just make this two tag, this tag all around like on their own, not properly grouped. So something like this, because this some reason why people go on vacation is like the introduction to the site. Am I right? Hello, Rezi.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
so
I'm here.
that's the introduction to the site. Like, so this kind of content now, this your H1, your header tag, this your first header tag, and your paragraph tag. What you have done next time is you can just strap them into an header, header tag. What did I call this kind of tag? I called them a name. They are called what? I told you two type.
Structural tags.
Yeah, structural tag. So header tag, we describe this to us that this is the header part of the page, and they are called structural tags. So now header tag. Some reason why people go on vacations. So if you refresh, you won't see anything. You won't see any change majorly on this site. You won't see any change majorly. But within under the hood, what your browser, your semantics has been improved. Your browser has optimized something in your DOM node, in your document object model, in the way your code is being passed. So now for Abimbola, when in your own in your own scenario, what you would have done is assignment is the heading, right? No, assignment, welcome to my, okay, I'm sure it's assignment, welcome to my page submission. Wow. Okay, so what's the assignment? Okay, okay, assignment, then welcome to my page. Then at that point, you do an header tag here, then you wrap it. You are using an H3 at this point, and that is not like the first header tag. So you are supposed to use an H1 at that point, which specify that heading one, that this is more classified than the other heading. So you do assignment, then to describe more about this section, you do a P tag that says welcome to my page. Okay, let me rename this.
Please, that was going of my name.
Sorry.
Maybe I was laughing.
Sorry. I guess like this, right? Ah,
Yes, thank you.
okay. All right. So let me try and run the code now. Okay, so now what do you think about this? So that address this part of your introduction to the page. So assignment, then welcome to my page. So now let's go to the next. Now you are, so I think that's where the issue is. So you are not doing, now you want to create another section. You are creating another section in your page which handles submission details. So now you wrap the submission under a head tag. No, that's not how it's supposed to be done. So something like this that you want to do, you have wrapped them in a section tag. So let's look at what Orezi did. Okay, great, great. Now she wrapped it in a section tag. But before you wrap it in a section tag, what you should have done is so you wrap everything here. You wrap it within a main tag. Don't forget, I told you about the main tag. So which shows to your this thing that okay, oh, this part is the header, this is the main section. You know the importance of the main tag, right? If you don't know, let's go over it. Hey guys there.
That's one of the questions I said I was going to ask. I don't. What's the difference between the main tag and body tag?
Body tag. Okay, so as I said earlier, remember that so when you have your normal body, you have the head, you have the then you have your body. Do you understand? So this head tag, it stores information about the site generally. Fine. So now, if you now get to the body tag, eh, on this part, this your body tag. When in this your body tag, you now want to structure things in your body tag as well. So, like now, when you get to your body in the human body system, you know that there is the this upper part, which is where your shoulders are located and things like that. So that is the introduction. So the header part, this header handles those parts. Like you are giving them introduction to it, which is why we took all this your content and wrapped them into an header tag because they were introduction to this your site. Are you following me?
Yes.
So they were introduction to this your site. Now you now want to start describing more information about your site, like why people travel. Like you want to start giving more details about why people travel. Do you understand? Now that all those details you wrap them in the main tag. Do you understand?
Okay. Yes.
So you wrap them in the main tag to show that okay, these are the main content. Do you understand? These are the main content that is related to why people travel. Do you understand? These are the main contents of why I believe people travel. Are you following me?
Yes, I am.
So do you understand it now? Like,
Yes. Yes, I get it now.
okay, so these are the main reason why people do travel. So that handles that aspect of things. Now you move on to yeah. So now, okay, I think you did the right thing here. So yeah. So now you wrapped it under a section. So this is a section. Okay, this is a good one. So you did it. Wow, this is a section. Then under the section, now you used H2. That is this is very nice. This is very correct because at this point you use proper heading hierarchy. So the H2 cannot be bigger than the H1. Do you understand? So you are showing us here that this the H2 is like a sub content about why people travel. So that is, I think this is very right. So you used H2 at this point, which is describing that this is a subheading. This is a subheading. And using the section tag at this point is great. So you have already covered and tell us that this is a section of my site, oh, and under that section there's an heading which you have used H2 for. So let's go to our Bimbola. So okay, welcome to my page. Now Abimbola would have wrapped these guys. So from the point of where you use the head to this body, what you should have done is so now that you have created those header tag, you come here and do open a main tag. So then you do a section. Then this your content of submission, which is H5, will become an H2 tag. This is a sub. This is a what? It's a subsection of your page that is talking about submission of the assignment. So now you can do submission. And if you want to give more description about submission that you did there at this point, so we never grow closer to God when we just live life. It takes deliberate pursuit and attentiveness. So that one is what's it called? That is that is more detailed about submission, and you can embed that into a paragraph tag. Now this is the right place to use a paragraph tag because it's describing more information about this submission section. Are you following me? Like, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Like, so you understand what this is, how this is working now. We never grow closer to God when we just live life. Please deliberate. Okay. So that handles that section of submission. So let's review. Bro. So now, do you see, like, it's looking more structured, more like more hierarchy to things, the way Orezi did this. So that handles that. So now let's move to the other. Okay, div. Okay, div is, as I said, it's just a like a normal content thing, and now she just group all these guys under the div. So this is great. So what? Let me look at what you did. Okay, okay, all right. Div. Okay. So this div that you use here is not bad, but it would have been more semantic because I'm sure you were trying to describe more about what's it called? About submission. So it is best to wrap it under the paragraph tag. So which I have done in the fix here at this point. So now let's go to this part of things again. So she did a div, then she did an ordered list. Great. An ordered list. Okay. After the ordered list, then she listed the things that she wants to be under the ordered list to see the world through a new eyes. But okay, fine. You did a great job here, but this is not really okay. Eli. Okay, this is right. This is right. So it is sub content. So it is sub. Yeah. Okay. It is sub. It's another subheading under the what's it called, under this particular section. This is nice. So what I feel you have done next is you have grouped them with a div. So you have made things look great, brighter. And now, yeah, the use of span. This is nice. So the span is, you understand what the span is used for. You use it in conveying a text that is not really a paragraph, like maybe a meta information about what you're writing about. So that's great. So I think what you have just done is just wrap them around the div at this point. Yeah, we are good to go. Good to go. So so you guys will be getting prepared. We are getting introduced to CSS very soon. So, but I think after this class again, I'll give you another assignment so we can see how we improve. So div section, great. So now in this your code, this is like, I don't think this is proper. You can't use h1 again at this point. No, most of the time I believe h1 should just appear once. So what you should have done at this point is you didn't wrap it around the section the way you did the other time. So this document here, because this is another section you are trying to talk about again, so you have just wrapped it around the section. And as I said, you say as you did it here, this section is equivalent to this same section level. They are the same level. Like they they display like their hierarchy is at the same level. So what you have done here is you turn this to an H2. Great. This addresses that. Are you guys following me? Okay, sorry, H2.
Yes.
Please, if you don't understand anything, let me know because this is important. So H2. So the vacation spots in the world. So great. So now you are trying to talk about vacation spots in this world. Now at this section you have talked about reasons why people go for vacations. Now this section you have moved to vacation spots in the world. I think I really like the way you structure your site. It's great. And so okay. And then now you are trying, wow, use the unordered list to describe things that vacation spots in the world. So what you should have done here, so you do something like this. Same thing at the earlier point, just wrap it around the div. So it shows here, yes, and Tokyo. Okay, it's great, it's great, like it's fine. So you just wrap it around the div. Same thing here, yes. So same thing here. So this I really like the way you structure your code. I'm really impressed, Bimbala. Sorry, already. Bimbala would say how to touch some things. Alright, so great. I think that fixed a lot. So can you guys see my screen? Are you still there?
Yeah,
Yes.
but the div is getting me really confused. Like wrapping it in div again. Is it like it's not like you're wrapping it twice. I don't really get it.
So remember what I told you, like so div is like a section block as well. So the li tag majorly, eh, it's not compulsory, you can leave it the way it is, but because for me naturally, so the div, when you wrap it around the div, it can convey that okay, this part of things that I'm trying to talk about is is a section. Do you understand? You are telling to the browser that they are like in one section. Do you understand? Like it's a kind of it's one thing in section, because I'm sure this information here talks about more on Tokyo, right?
Yes.
So now that you wrap it around the div, instead of using a section again, instead of using a section again, you are saying to the browser that this is like this document are all grouped into one. Do you understand? They are addressing one particular information. Sure, you understand?
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, I do.
All right. So that's just it. So I think you guys have really done well, and it shows that okay, we are moving in the class. So my next assignment for you, what I would have loved to teach you today is how to use image and sorry media documents like images within your site. But before we do that, I think we'll be touching it on Thursday. So let me give you one more assignment. So create another site. Um, about yourself. Like just create a portfolio site for yourself. Uh, who knows? Create a portfolio site for yourself and make sure there's an header, there's a there's a main section and there's a footer. Make sure you have a footer in your site that uses footer tag, the main tag, and the header tag. That is what's the next
Please, can
assignment.
you come again? I didn't get that.
I said create a web page about yourself, like that introduces you, that introduce what you do. Maybe you're into something or yeah, yeah. So just create a web page about yourself, following all these fixes that we have done in the class today. So, all right, I will post it, and I think so. For from now on, I think we only have three people majorly on this channel, on this track of front end. The rest are not kind of responding, and since they didn't do this assignment, I don't think I'm willing to go back to start sharing um stats, and they are not even following. I don't think they are following up with the posted videos. I think Orezi is, even though she was not in the last class, was able to follow up with the posted video. Sounds great. So thank you guys. Please work on the next assignment and make sure that you all these our fixes are put into practice. All right.
Okay, thank you very much. Please post it on the
Yeah.
Thank you very
class
much.
channel so that we don't forget.
Yes, I would. I will post it.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right. Or do you have any question before we leave? So I can be sure. So, hello, hello.
Okay, you talked about the
No, I
futa.
I'm listening.
You talked about futa tag. How do we make use of futa tag? I don't really get that.
Okay, I talked about it the last time. So most of the time, the footer is used to describe information about your site, like just to describe random information about your site, or and also to show like maybe the address of where your particular company is located. So I'll drop a link now of where you can read more about it. Let me quickly share that with you. So it's either you go to W3 Schools. So this is a very good place for you to read up more on things. W3schools.com, or you go to MDN. So these are the major places for MDN footer tag. That also is part of your assignment. Just learn how to use it because at the end of the day, when you become a developer, a full-time developer, or a developer that is working, most of the things you will do is to learn new things. Yes, yes, yes. Like you see something like this. Have you seen? Most of the things you do is to learn new things, learn new technologies. So I dropped the link. You can check it out on that link. So and you can also check W3 School and read more about it. So I'll be expecting you guys to use that tag. So alright. Do you have any other question before we call it a day?
No question.
Okay. Any question from Abimbola?
no for now. If I have, I will send it in the classroom.
Alright.
Page.
So good to go. Expecting you guys assignment on Thursday. Okay. Thank you. See you
Okay,
guys
thank you very much.
next
Good night.
class. Bye.